Welcome back to the third episode, the third installation of the Catch a Glimpse podcast. Ryan and Keaton cannot keep a straight face as they are dying laughing right next to me. How are you doing today, guys?
We were doing amazing. I'm speaking on Ron's behalf.
Yo, I found out that
Go
like with the iCarly thing that we just did there.
Yeah.
You know, in the new one, she actually swears.
Yeah, I saw
You're
that.
kidding. What did she
No.
say?
I think she was talking about like how there's too many platforms and you can grow like
Yeah.
when you're really young. And then she said like, "Oh, Aunt something told me to stop being a B word," and she legit like full on says it, no bleep or anything.
Wow, the iCarly reboot is risque. Well, because if you think about it, they're aiming towards our generation because we
Yeah,
watched it when we were
grew up
kids.
with it.
So now we'd be the age where that's okay.
And she's
Yeah.
older now, so I mean, like
Yeah.
it would kind of be
If
weird
nobody knows what we're talking about. We were talking about the iCarly reboot that was just recently came out
on Paramount Plus.
on Paramount Plus. Go check it out. Get a free week or a month. I'm not sure how they do
I
it.
don't
Yeah,
know. I think it's a month.
Because it's not even Nickelodeon. Like they,
Right,
they
it's
just
not
got
owned
the
by
rights, so they can
Nickelodeon
do whatever
anymore.
they want. So
Well, if this is your first time here at the Catch a Glimpse podcast, I am Frankie Funny Priest Bright, joined by Keaton Skeeter Walla and
That's me.
Ryan Snapperdoodle Stork.
That's me.
That's the guy with the funny voice on this
Hey,
podcast.
no, yeah, it's different every day.
Violation.
Hey,
All right.
But things that we talk about while we're here is from way left field of me asking the stupidest questions,
Yeah.
or the sports side, which is literally this side of the table. That's why I'm
That's
the,
Keaton and I.
that's why I'm literally the only one here.
But hey,
This is my
hey.
section.
to start off today's podcast, we have a conversation piece that is brought up by Ryan, which I'm actually
yeah.
pretty excited about. Ryan, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about dreams just in general.
Okay.
So like, do you guys have like that one dream that you remember? Like, not it doesn't need to be like every single second of it.
No,
But
yes,
you
I
can
do.
remember
yeah.
like
Every
a
single bit. I
certain
remember.
dream that just stuck with you.
Yep.
Because I have one where it was weird. It was like a swampy area, and there was a huge like green platform, and for some reason I remember swinging in on a vine.
Tarzan.
Like, yeah, sort of like towards this land, and there was like a classic brick wall castle, like just entryway, and I just remember swinging in, landing, seeing like a princess there, because like when you're a kid, you're like, oh, save the princess
Yo,
from the
fam.
castle. I'm Mario up in here, just like.
That's just you.
But like I landed, started walking up to the princess,
yeah, of course.
and
why
I
wouldn't
woke
you?
up because I guess dreams just
Yeah,
don't want you to live out
They
your
don't
life.
want you to be
Yeah, I get it.
happy.
No.
Sorry, man. Not your
Well, I
day.
have one like that.
Yeah.
Not like that, but one where I remember every single thing from when I was a child. So, in my kitchen, there's a little bar area with
Yes.
the like swivelly chairs.
Yeah.
Um.
Yo, just for reference, we're gonna put a picture of Frankie's house and his address here right now.
yeah.
Go check it out.
But I was there like a family gathering, and you know the big glass door that goes into the sunroom,
Yes.
and the fireplace is right there. There was like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but it's like a Pixar short. There's two musical guys trying to impress this little girl for her coin, and like playing things back and forth. And this guy that was in my dream was there playing at my like family gathering by
Okay.
that door.
Is it like an older Pixar film?
No,
Okay.
it's like a 2000s. I mean, like I guess kind of older
So
in the
this
2000s,
dream like
but
happened like recent.
no, this
How
happened
old
like
is
when
it?
I was 3.
Okay.
And
How do you remember things when you're 3?
bro, I don't know. This dream was crazy, but it was like a mix of those two musical characters dressed up like that, instruments like all over their body, and he was like playing something. All of a sudden, this man grabs my foot, and in my dream, it's a man foot. It's a big man
Come
foot.
here, boy.
He grabs it and he goes, like breathes on it, and it's like ice breath coming out of his mouth, and freezes my foot. And I yank it back. Then something happened in between that I don't remember. And then the next time I know, it's upstairs, the hallway by my room,
Yeah.
and the bathroom's right there. And the initial light is on, and I walk out of my room, walking down the hallway, and there's this little music man. He shrunk, and now like he's like backlit, looks scary, like
no.
he's serious now.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
mad. And I'm like, okay, bro.
Yo.
I don't want to mess with you. You're scary now. And then if you remember Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone, the movie,
Mhm.
Voldemort, like after he like dies from Professor Quirrell, like turns into that ghost thing that flies through Harry.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
A
clown
Dementor?
man. What?
Is it called a Dementor?
No,
Okay.
very wrong.
Sorry,
but
people.
this clown
It's
man
Ryan.
turns into that and flies through me, and that's when the dream ends.
I hate when dreams are in your house.
And then I remember like going up to my parents' room, like, "Yo, guys, I had a nightmare. Can I sleep with you?" And like, "Yeah."
yeah.
But they didn't put me in the middle between them. They put me on the edge of the bed, and I was afraid this guy was gonna
Now
come
someone's gonna
up
grab
from
you.
under my bed and grab my foot again and breathe all over it.
I hate when dreams are just in your house because when you wake up, you're just like, yo, something bad happened down the hallway. I'm not trying to go there for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Like, Keaton, you got a dream, you remember?
Yeah, I have like various ones, you know, that like I can remember well.
Okay.
Two things. Like when you have like a dream inside of a dream, you know.
And I want to talk about that afterwards.
Okay.
Well, I always hate that.
Oh boy. He broke out the H word.
Trips me out.
Yeah, but there's a dream that's like constant,
Mhm.
and
That
Like-
still happens?
Like,
still happens.
what?
Okay.
It's not from like childhood.
Okay.
It's literally like a couple years, but I get it so often, weirdly.
That's spooky.
So I'm always working
Where?
at Walmart.
Okay.
Okay.
Yo, this is trauma.
This
Man
is
has
like
Walmart
drama.
trauma.
So I'm always working at Walmart, and there's just people, not like actual associates from Walmart that I work
Okay.
with,
Okay.
but like other people in the world that I don't necessarily like, but they're the employees.
We're not gonna drop their name.
Yeah. So it's just like a conglomeration of like villains. And they're
Like,
all working at Walmart, and I'm working my shift with them.
Adolf Hitler's just like around the corner. Like, hey, where's the toilet paper? It's this way. Like,
Oh,
what?
gosh.
Like, what?
It's just like people that I, you know, throughout life have not liked.
Yes.
They're like the other employees.
Is there like a
God, I
version
would
of
hate
me
that.
and Ryan in this stream?
No.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, no, you guys are clear.
We're chill.
But yeah,
That's spooky.
that's a dream that I get.
That's like a worst social interaction you could ever think of.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So,
'Cause then you have to interact and things.
Exactly.
so before I like jump into this dream in a dream that I have,
Oh boy.
there's this weird experience that I've had with Zach. Now, you guys don't know who Zach is. Zach's my friend from first grade. I would say he's one of my first ever friends.
He's 8 feet tall.
He is like 6'4". His dad peaked at 7 feet.
8 foot
Tall giant.
green giant.
There's this weird thing, right? We had the exact same dream.
Oh,
And like, and you can believe me if you want.
that's spooky.
Take it with a grain of salt, maybe.
That's
I don't
spooky.
care. But I know what happened. Okay, it's like
That's
ghost
spooky,
stories. Like,
man.
oh, I saw something. You don't have to believe me. I
Yeah.
know what I saw. We had the same dream, and at one point in the dream, I don't remember it. I just remember interacting with him in this dream,
Okay.
like talking to him. And I asked him the day after. I was like, "Hey, did you have a dream last night?" And he was like, "Yeah, why?" And I was like, "Explain to me your dream."
Oh boy.
And he legit talked to me in his dream, and I communicated with him in my dream. You could believe me or just say I'm a liar. I don't care.
Far fetched.
Right. That's exactly what that's why I've never said it, because it's stupid to hear out loud.
I think I was gonna bring up this point, and I guess I can bring it into this. All of my dreams, personally, have to do with something that happened to me like within the past week, or maybe it stretches out. Like, you know, it could still just be way past prior events. But a lot of my dreams are like, okay, what happened to me yesterday? Let's say I did this and this
Right.
and this, and then all those just get smashed up and put into a dream. So
Okay.
was it like, you know, did you have a convo with him like the night before or something? Like, were you guys playing like bids or something?
The thing is, if we did
Well,
play
I mean,
like
it is so weird that you guys both had the same one.
right, like if we both like played a game or whatever, we had this conversation that we both thought of. Just the idea of him having a dream and conversing with me in his dream, and me having a dream and conversing with him in mine.
Mm.
I asked him what the convo was. He said something totally different than I did.
Okay.
So it's just weird that he talked to me in his dream and I talked to him in mine.
It's like he's talking about, I don't know, goldfish, and you're like,
I
end of the world.
Yeah. But to talk about my dream in a dream, it actually had you two in it.
Oh,
So
boy.
it was very weird, which made it feel real.
What do we do in this dream?
It's nothing weird. Trust me, it's nothing weird. But to skip all the beginning part, it was literally just
What
I have
kind of dream was it?
I write or like type out my dreams when I have them just to remember them.
Your dream is on your phone right now.
Yes,
Oh my god.
I take notes of my dreams just so I can remember them.
All right, let's hear it. I'm ready for
So I'm not gonna read all of it because obviously it's insanely long.
Can't read the whole
But
thing off camera later.
but it's basically like I'm in a school hall with a bunch of people, and
Mhm.
they don't know that there is a murder in the building.
Oh
right?
boy. But you do?
My close group of people that know about it know, and we're trying to find him. Right?
Okay.
He's trying to kill us and everybody in the building, but again, the people don't know. And we're just walking down this hallway, stuff happens, and then all of a sudden he pops around a corner. Oh my god, I'm dead. Right?
Oh no.
I wake up in my living room.
Okay.
And you guys are in there watching TV with us, with me.
Yo,
It's
let's go.
weird.
Yo,
Fuck
Ryan,
TV.
dream? What happened?
That's what makes me think it was so real because I'm at my house. I'm with you guys just watching TV. You guys were talking about Warzone, like weirdly
Of all
enough.
things.
You guys were
Warzone.
talking about like
Warzone.
you guys were talking about like a class setup or something. I can't remember.
Yo, Grow MP5?
Warzone later.
But that's what almost like concrete gave me the idea of it's real.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden the guy comes out my hallway and like comes towards me, and that's when I wake up.
Oh boy.
And I was like, "Whoa, yo, never again, please no."
That's spooky, man. I don't know if I've had like a dream inside of a dream, but I definitely had like where you have to force yourself to wake up.
Yeah.
But also a dream where you're half conscious, half awake, but half asleep.
Like you know what's happening, but your body doesn't do what you want
Right,
it to.
right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like, listen, I'm a server, right? At Texas Roadhouse,
Mhm.
I'm a waiter. I will consciously, being asleep, serve people. I make up situations in my head. I make up what these people need. I make up what these people look like, and I'm going around stressing out while I'm sleeping, serving them.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And I'm like, "Yo, Frankie, go to bed, man.
Like,
You
we
were just doing that all night.
Yeah, we just
It is
dealt
time
with
for you to
that.
relax."
Yeah.
But my mind won't turn off, and I'm sleeping, but still
Wow.
consciously serving people.
I can imagine like doing a whole day of work and then just coming back home to finally rest and go to sleep.
And you're still working in
and
your
you're
head.
still working.
I think that's crazy that dreams they have like almost those different states
Right.
of like I'm fully asleep and the
And like
dream's
now I know
happening
what
and-
everything's happening and just
but
can
like
do anything.
it's just casual, it's calm. But then you have like the like your nightmares that you can't wake up from,
Mm-hmm.
or the nightmares that like you forcefully wake yourself up. Like that's kind of crazy. And again, I mean, or this is kind of similar to Ryan in terms of like you can believe this or you don't have to. But I'm pretty sure there even are studies of something like this. Nowadays, when I get into a dream like that, where it's like, oh, I need to wake myself up, like this is a nightmare, I gotta get up or whatever, and you forcefully wake up. There are, I think, other people like this as well that like can almost control the dream. Like, yeah,
Mm.
sometimes you can control your dreams
Mhm.
and like, oh, now I want to do this or whatever.
Right.
But like in the nightmares, you can control like, okay, I'm just gonna stop it or whatever. Or like, I've literally a lot of my nightmares now, which I don't get a lot of nightmares,
Mhm.
but a lot of them now, it's like the way that I deal with it. It's literally, I tell myself just like, okay, stop,
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost like a menu screen. Like I
Yeah.
remember the first time it ever happened. It was
Like
this,
Jumanji. Where's my stats?
yeah, it was like it was a whitewater rafting nightmare, and it was like very stormy. I was freaking on the raft, and it was crazy. I'm like, I don't want to be here, so I almost like pulled up a screen
Oh
and
my
was like
God.
exit, and it just went
Dude,
away.
To sort of like end this topic, how do you guys wake yourself up from like a bad dream? Because some people pinch themselves, some people like blink really hard. Personally, I take a deep breath in the dream, like a really quick deep breath, like, and then I'm just awake.
Well, with me, I think once like the bad thing happens, then I wake up. Like I don't know. With me, the bad thing has to happen, and then I'm up.
I make sure I stop it before it happens.
What about you?
Before, again, I could do my freaking cheat codes and pull up a menu.
AB up down stuff.
Yeah,
like,
before that, it's okay. Like any scenario, it would be like, okay, if it's like somebody's attacking me, then literally I'll wake up like punching. I'll wake up like
Just
ready to fight something.
If we ever room together,
Yeah.
Yokin, what's up?
Ah! And I just start going ham. But if it's like,
Yo.
For the people listening,
On
we
that
were
note,
we
that
were
clip of-
shadowboxing.
That
Yeah.
clip of Nate shot when Hector wakes him up, he goes, man, and the man goes,
but if it's like a dream where like I'm falling forever, let's say, I'm like about to hit the ground and like you wake up right before,
Mhm.
then I just like, yeah, I'm not like take a big deep breath, but yeah, I just like
Right.
open my eyes and just like
Yeah.
have to calm down for a little bit.
Well, hey, I'd love to talk about this more, but I have one last thing to say. In dreams, when I try to punch people, it don't work.
It doesn't.
It's
Or
Dude,
run
it's
away.
it's
Oh
like
my-
the slowest punch,
Then-
man.
I have so many driving dreams where it's like I cannot physically drive to save my life.
I had a drive dream last night.
There's so many where I'm like in the back seat behind the driver's seat driving.
Yeah.
And it's like, what am I doing?
Well, last night I was driving up this steep hill,
Mhm.
and like someone rear-ended me, and I was like, great. Now I broke
God
Dad's
damn it.
car. What's gonna happen?
Frankie's dreaming about like auto
And
insurance.
all of a sudden, I'm
great.
falling
Gotta
down the
fill out
hill.
this paperwork,
I
man.
fall down the hill, and these cars just like fall onto me and like bounce off me. And like, great, now the car's broken more. Like, that's
Wow.
it. I would love to talk about this topic again
Oh,
and
yeah,
go more
of course.
depth
I've got
into
way
like
more.
our dreams, alternate reality, things like that. I
Oh,
would love
yeah,
to talk about
that's
that.
crazy.
But moving on, we're gonna take go on to a CDL recap.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys do not know, the Call of Duty Professional League has gone back to LAN, which means they are gaming in
crazy.
person for the first time in over year and a half. For the Stage 4 Major, which means the fourth mini tournament throughout the season.
Yeah.
And my favorite team, Thieves and Optic. Thieves is out already. They lost the first game, and
Wow.
more on that in a second. Optic lost the first time to Dallas Empire.
Yeah.
Played again today. Not sure if they won or lost. Don't tell me. I want to watch the game if you know. But we'll see how they fare. You know, this podcast come out a week late, so we'll probably know who the Stage 4 Major winner
That's true.
is. But I just want to talk about the LA Thieves and Hook. So the LA Thieves had a roster change again. They added back Slasher and Hook, and dropped out Draza and Venom. So they get to the first in-person major, right, in a year and a half. And Hook misses his COVID test,
Yeah.
and he
that's
can't
yikes.
play. Like, you've been practicing with this team for about 2 weeks, getting ready for the major.
It's almost like an injury.
Right, it's a
Yeah, almost,
huge,
yeah.
huge team change. And the day of the major, a half hour before you go out to play,
God.
your star sub, like SMG,
Mhm.
can't play.
Yeah.
I don't know why he missed his test, if it was his own fault, if something came up, but if it is his own fault, that is extremely
He
irresponsible.
had to finish his scrim. I mean,
Right, I don't know, because then they had to bring on Draza as an SMG, and he's normally an AR.
oh man,
So they went 3-2 against Gorillas, and ended up losing in Game 5 S&D.
that's like asking a sniper to be like a rusher. Like
Right.
I
I mean, he's got experience in both, so it's
Yeah.
like at the end of the world for him,
and I
but
would say this game you can use an AK-74U as an AR. you know?
Exactly.
So it is a very sucky situation though.
yeah.
That does suck.
I mean, in more Call of Duty news, Season 4 came out
yeah,
a couple
Yeah.
days ago.
they need to fix it already.
Right, the MG,
Oh,
what
yeah.
was it,
The
MG,
MG 84.
MG 83?
Wait.
82.
There's a lot of.
Something like
no,
that.
it's the C80,
The C
That's-
the
that's an AR.
C58 is the AR.
C58, MG82.
I think
right?
so.
Yep,
I think
yep.
that's
The
it.
MG82
And
has
a
no
nail gun.
recoil. It's slapped.
Yeah,
nail
and
gun
a
is
nail gun.
broken. C58 does good if you have like a grip on
It's
it, but
very
the base
slow
gun,
shooting. But
yeah,
does
and
a
the
lot of
recoil's
damage.
insane if you don't have anything to fight
Yeah.
it.
They need to already just nerf it. It's like the Bruin when it was its best. Like
Yeah.
they need to just up the recoil.
Well, and I think
Just fix it. Honestly,
yeah, the MG82, the recoil is insane, and the Cold War attachments like the scopes, they are really good at
Mhm.
helping the recoil. Like the multisat like 2.4 zoom or whatever it is, that's like a really good scope to run.
Yeah.
And that definitely does not help the situation. So yeah, if they were to nerf the MG82, make the recoil a little bit worse, or if they just want to nerf the damage,
Yeah.
and maybe it's a beam, but the damage is very sad. I could see that being a play.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they definitely need to tweak it.
we're sorry if you don't know anything like of what we're saying, but for the ones who do know, you
Scientific
feel our
talk.
pain. You feel it.
I mean,
Yeah.
straight up. I mean, the battle pass looks really great for season 4. I like the
Oh.
new Jackal operator. He
a
looks really
reactive
cool.
Mac 10.
They tweaked
Exactly.
the Rose again.
Rose skin
That
is
was
tweaked, which
nice.
is really nice.
Still broken, but it's
Just,
okay.
the biggest thing I don't understand is the mindless adding addition of guns every season.
Well,
you add PPSH, you add Farah, you add all these new guns every season, and then how many people are actually using them?
I
Like they're not that good. Not everybody's running them. If you're gonna add something, you gotta like make it quality to use.
Yeah.
You know?
I know in the Warzone patch notes, or maybe I read this somewhere else or something, but they tweaked a lot of stuff actually in this update.
Mm-hmm.
Like the AMAX got nerfed and some other stuff.
Milano got buffed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
dude.
like they're trying to make stuff.
And Scar from Modern Warfare.
Yeah, they're trying to make stuff viable.
Mm-hmm.
And I know again maybe it was from the post or maybe I read this somewhere else. They're gonna do a big balancing patch that like messes with everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the reason why I might feel like there's so much random stuff is just because this is 2 video games
Right.
in one. This is Modern Warfare guns and you have Cold War guns.
And maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective too, because I'm looking at the mindless edition of guns as in a Warzone perspective, whereas these guns might be different, more viable in
Yeah.
pub and Cold War. People might be
in
using them a
Cold
lot
War,
more.
like they're definitely
There
they
is
make sense for the game.
there's more recoil on the MG82 in Cold War than there is in Warzone.
Yeah, none of the stats match up.
Yeah,
Like
that's strange.
the Farah, when it was first put into Modern Warfare, nobody ran it.
Mhm.
But then in Cold War, that gun is when we played pubs in Cold War, running that in like, whatever the CDL, the league play,
Mm.
running that in league play, that was such a good gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in Cold War, the guns make sense. But in Warzone, it's 2 games, it's too many guns, and I think this is actually a good thing to talk about in another podcast in the future when World War II Vanguard stuff gets leaked. Talking about 3 games in one if Warzone's all together.
That's gonna
can't
be so. I can't imagine it either because I think they go for a full wipe at that point because then you
they
have guns
need
from
Or they
the
just keep it as
60s,
is.
modern, and then the 40s all in one game.
Yeah, they need
I
to
don't know.
wipe it.
Well, hey, in other sports news, we're gonna flip over to basketball. The Bucks game 7 is happening right now as we speak.
Were we winning?
Last time I checked, they were up. But this podcast comes out in a week, so we don't know who's gonna win by that point. So what I wanted to do,
Place your bets.
I wanted to give a reaction to
You're
if
up
we
1.
lost or if we won. We're up 1 at the moment.
We're up 1.
So I want us all to give a reaction if we win.
Yes!
So like next week we're happy,
Let's go.
and let's give a reaction
Yay!
to we're sad. Okay.
Oh, no.
Ryan, go first with your winning reaction.
Holy crap! I knew they were gonna win anyway, but
Bucks and 7. Your turn.
Okay. Let's go, Bucks winners. We get that ring, fam.
Now I just said this, but it's kind of been the motto of this series: Bucks and 7. That's my winning reaction.
And I want to say this. Now, if we do our losing reactions, Ryan,
yo, LeBron broke his ankle.
What?
I know nothing about basketball.
okay,
I don't know
here's-
who's on the team.
Here's my losing reaction. We don't take no L's, fam.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
not gonna happen.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see that
Well,
in about like
yo,
15 minutes.
Send him
Not
this
even.
clip when they lose.
Here's
No.
my losing reaction. Well, I saw that coming.
You gotta just give an excuse.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that game. Do you want to talk about our YouTube channel a little bit? Shout it out here on the podcast. Talk about what's been going on.
I do want to say one thing because we're still on the topic of sports.
Oh,
Uh,
forget that.
Brewers. Because we talked about
Oh,
Bucks.
that's right, that's
Talking
right.
about Brewers right now. Brewers, they're on a little bit of a sad streak.
Are they?
Yeah, they went against Cincinnati Reds.
Mm-hmm.
They lost quite a bit.
Oof.
Then they went against. Now they're going against right now the Rockies. Rockies are not good, and we're losing.
Unpopular opinion.
It's very sad,
Sounds like optic.
Baseball is so boring.
dude. It's not though.
If
like-
the game is like I don't know, stuff is happening that is entertaining,
Baseball
but
is fun, fam.
I mean, yeah, it's
Okay?
fun to play.
It's fun to play, dude.
I can't
Have you
watch
been to a
it.
baseball game?
there's so much
I haven't
sitting
been
though.
to any.
If your team is on
sports
offense,
stadium.
if your team is on offense, you have one guy hitting at a time, a couple guys on bases, but then you're just sitting in a dugout waiting for your turn. I think that's awful.
Oh, if you're playing?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have to play through rotation and everything, but I think again, it's the thrill of being there. Like even going to like a baseball game. Okay, let me preface: nothing beats a football game. Going to a
Facts.
football game, that's the best.
Facts.
But I like going to Brewers games, and just the feeling of like, you got everybody around you, which is typical of any sports match.
Right.
But like, I don't know. Maybe this is what you don't like. Speaking in Ryan, there's almost like a divide. You
Okay.
have golf.
Right.
And you watch a golf match.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have like the golf clap, and you're like, yeah, you cheer in between it, and there's a lot of downtime.
Mm-hmm.
You have football. There's not a lot of downtime in football.
Constant.
Then,
Well,
you
commercial
have,
breaks though.
well, yeah,
Those suck.
but then you have, I mean, like, I'm talking about if you're there.
Oh, even when you're there,
Yeah,
they just stop the game, wait for the TV to come back on.
which
It's like
is very misleading if you only watch it on TV. You don't realize that they actually get like more breaks than usual.
right.
But then you have like baseball games, and it's I think like in the middle, you have the good amount of action. Like
Mhm.
you have like good plays, like a double play or whatever. Like and it's crazy, maybe a home run. Granted,
See-
you get to see a grand slam in real life,
Yeah.
or a perfect game, whatever. Like that's crazy. But then there is a decent amount of like, oh my golf clap.
Right.
And
I
like,
can.
hey, somebody, whatever.
I get down with the double play thing because there was like a Brewers double play that happened earlier this year or was last year. I don't remember, but it was sick.
Mm.
I don't know. I can't remember what the play looked like or
Yeah,
anything,
so
but I just remember watching
maybe
it. And I was
that's
like,
why-
whoa.
Ryan, you don't like it as much,
It's just stale.
but
I didn't
It's
know.
like potato chips without dip, man.
I like
Exactly.
it though. Like,
I didn't know that they take breaks during football when a commercial comes on.
Sometimes.
I thought it was just like, they play through it and then whatever they did last that happened during your commercial, they just played it whenever it came
No,
back.
They take TV timeouts.
yeah.
Wow.
And you just watch everybody stand there on the field for a while, and it's like, what am I watching?
How's your game going?
Yeah. Well, hey, on that note, that concludes our sports conversation for this week.
Yo, check out our YouTube channel.
Yeah, let's talk about our YouTube channel. What are we doing today, guys? We're filming a video, right?
Oh,
yeah, so
We're doing like
um,
party games, like
Glimpse
what you would do,
plays
Yeah.
party games.
like what you would do drinking, but we're not. Obviously,
I
you're not
haven't
of
been to
age.
I haven't been to a party.
Yeah.
They're ragers. Me over here, invited to all of them.
oh yeah,
Your
sure.
But
mom's
it's-
parties or
What?
your mom's parties in the basement?
Yeah.
No, I'm with those ones.
Your fourth. The fourth
Okay,
grade party we went to.
buddy.
When it was your birthday.
But we're
That
basically
was cool.
Master at Limbo.
okay. But basically, we're gonna be playing like these party games, where you do like flip cup, or we could be doing, it's like you stack like the cup like stacker, the 3, 2, 1 cup stack with a balloon, and
Mm.
it's harder than it looks, honestly.
Yeah, so I guess this is a good time to shout out. Last week, which was episode 2, had a guest, Omni, on. You should
Yeah.
go check that out if you've not watched that
My
yet.
girlfriend.
Omni was a
Then
fantastic guest.
This is actually uploaded
What can I say?
after Wednesday, so we've already uploaded this party games video.
Yep.
But this is a good time to give a shout out to our social medias and such. If you have not checked out the past episodes of the podcast, make sure to go do that on iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube
They're
for the
on
visual.
platforms.
They're
They're
down in the
on
description.
platforms. You can go check them out. If you check out our link tree, you'll get access to all of those
All
links.
of our content.
TikTok, our Instagram, we post on there as well.
Our website, even.
Make sure you I guess this is actually a good thing to get into. Make sure you comment on YouTube or on our Instagram any comments that you want to ask us. We will
Or just leave a
answer them.
review and
Ask
ask
me
a
a question, and I will answer your question with the most
5-star
thought-out
review,
answer
obviously.
of my life.
True. So if there's any brain teasers or
Yeah.
complex things you want us to talk about, maybe a different sport you want us to look into, we'll do it just for you.
Speaking of a comment, I caught eye of a comment from a couple months ago on our snack tier list from your cousin.
Yes.
I
And
have no idea
I
what this
remember
is.
recording this video, and I wanted to put like Doritos in like the A tier, and you guys were like, "Nah, B tier" or something like that. And then your cousin commented and said, "Boys,
You're on thin ice.
Doritos are that low. You guys are on thin ice. This is violation. This calls for an unsubscribe."
He said
No way he said that.
He said we're on thin ice. I might unsubscribe.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Oh
was like-
my
But
goodness.
I tried to tell him. I
I'd like to say though, you're wrong. Well, Doritos are not that good.
Yes, they
I'm gonna be
slap,
honest.
man.
They're
If
good,
if I'm
but
talking about a comfy
no.
food, again, comfy food is like, I go watch a movie or something, or I just chillax and I
Yeah.
eat the food. I want to feel fine while eating it. Doritos does not do that for me.
Well, that's
I
you.
eat
You got
more
weird. You got
Doritos-
weird problems, man.
If I eat it more than like 10, you instantly feel like crap. There are these fake Doritos from Costco that are like, more healthy, and they're tasty.
This man.
So if Doritos
I'm
just
healthy.
didn't make me feel like garbage, then I'd eat them more.
I can say that I do or have been craving the baked Doritos.
Hmm.
Like the Lay's baked
Yeah.
Doritos. I could really go for some of those.
are Cheetos brand made by a Dorito company?
No clue.
No
I have
idea.
no
I think
clue.
they are. But
That's
I think
true.
I'd rather choose Cheetos over
Brother, you're a
Doritos any
loser,
day.
man.
Because
You're a
if
loser.
I'm eating a Dorito, I could easily cut my mouth, the roof of my mouth, eating that chip. If you put it in your mouth wrong,
It's
it's
not
done.
that bad.
No,
But
it's not
if you're eating a Cheeto, yo, how you hurting yourself with a Cheeto?
Well, what was your cousin's name?
Gardetto's where it's at.
Oh
though,
my
let's be
God,
honest.
Gardettos get so old so fast.
Gardetto's slap.
What
Yo,
is your
can somebody
cousin's
tell me
name?
what a
Brandon.
Gardetto is?
Brandon, I'm sorry about these guys. I am right with you on
No.
the Doritos view.
And Brandon, I won't expose you with your nickname.
Well,
but
no, that was a threat. We've got
Got my
15 minutes
eye.
left here today. I
Brandon.
think we have time for one more of our topics we have
Yeah.
today. Favorite movies, or do you want to talk about your car theory?
My car theory goes in depth. It makes
okay,
you
this is
think.
gonna be long.
No, I think it could fit it at the end.
I can
with-
talk about my vacation
yes.
real quick if you want.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
So I went up north, right?
Yep.
Um,
And again, another good shout out. Me and Ryan filmed a Minecraft video for
They did.
the prior week
Funny
Wednesday
video.
content that's uploaded
Without
on
me.
YouTube every
Without
single
me.
Wednesday. Frank was on vacation, so we filmed a Minecraft speedrun challenge. Check that out if you have not. It's a really good video.
We also got a comment on that video saying to check out somebody's map that's in beta.
right.
That's insane.
So maybe we'll
So-
check that out.
Keep commenting. We look at them.
You should hit them up, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey, you guys been up north, right? Do you guys have a spot up north your family always goes, and it's just like,
Mm-mm.
okay, well, we have a cottage within the family, and it's just I don't know if you have those special places you go on vacation where you just go there and you just feel like at peace.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, this is great, and like this is one of the happiest places on earth.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
what it's like for me there.
All right.
Like it's peaceful. There's a sunset every night. I can show you guys pictures in a second. I think I sent you guys a picture last year.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
do
But-
remember that.
Man, it's just we got ice cream. We went to a lumberjack show. They chopped wood, and our guy on our team sucked, man.
Oh, no.
The other guy on our team was really good, and I was like, I see why they're paired together. But we went mini golfing. I started off real hot, then just tanked, like
Yeah.
Deji in his recent fight.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Round 1
We
and
don't
2,
wanna talk
Mans
about
was
that.
in
That
it, and then
guy
after
is-
that, oof.
I feel so bad for him. He wants to do so much
It's
good.
his own fault. He doesn't train.
And the thing is,
If you watch KSI's video,
Yeah.
that just summed it up perfectly.
he
and I was
has
like,
the same outlook, the same response every time he loses. I'm a failure, guys.
my
I mean,
cardio failed
my
me.
cardio failed me once again.
Then fix it, man.
Yeah, fix it.
Yeah,
honestly.
Work on the cardio then.
But hey,
I mean, props to him for doing it.
Yeah.
But like I'm not trying to take
Big
that away from him. It's
cojones.
just like if you want results, you got to work for them, and just lying about it or saying you're doing something but not actually doing it, it's not going to get them
Guys.
anywher.
I'm actually working out right now, eating a burger. Like no.
I work out 5 times a week. That wasn't true, and it showed. And these are just things that KSI said as well.
Yeah.
And I'm in no position to really speak on that or take away any sort of props, so I'm not trying to.
Who did you see on your vacation going up there?
We were
He
there.
could be a future.
This is so funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw Caden Henschel because we did the whole diss track thing a couple years ago, just for fun, and we were just sitting there, and Omni leans over to me, and she's like, "Look who's in front of us." I'm like, "Dude, no way." And I
Yeah.
sent them a picture. And
Caden Henschel, by the way, has 78,000 subscribers
yes,
on YouTube.
man's a beast. Man grinds.
Posts
I love it.
wrestling
And
videos.
he is Ben Askren's personal like vlogger.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
insane.
sick. Caden,
That's crazy.
props to you, man. I didn't talk about that with you the other night. But I just sent them a picture, like just of me, a picture from behind them. Didn't say anything. They finally opened it, and they're like, "Yo, what's going on?" I'm like, "Hi, guys." It was so funny. I was like, "What are the odds?"
Yeah, small
Yo,
world. That's great.
right?
Having Caden on would be so cool.
Yeah, Caden, come on our podcast, man. We'd love to chat. Anyway, Cars Theory. We're
So-
gonna hop into that now. We have 10 minutes.
Have you guys watched? This is the jab at you. Have you ever heard of the movie Cars?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Do you see what I did there? No. The guy that you wanted to.
Yeah.
You guys have heard of the movie
Okay.
Cars before, right?
So, nah, I don't even want to say it because
Later.
yeah, imagine he looks at this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you
So
drink from that? Okay.
there is a theory with the movie Cars, and it could ruin your perspective on it. So
Should I be scared?
be warned.
Okay.
It's a little vulgar, but
Well, be careful, guys.
I'm not gonna swear.
It says on
obviously.
iTunes this is a clean show.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna swear, obviously, but the theory is, where does Mater live?
Okay, I've heard about this.
You've heard this?
Yard.
Right? What's
my God.
what's in the junkyard?
Junk?
Junk.
Specific.
I know where you're going. I know where you're
Yeah.
going.
What
with
types
this.
of junk?
Broken cars.
Why is Mater living in a junkyard with dead cars? So here's the theory. Lightning McQueen was the victim that got away. Mater usually sees all of the tourists that come into Raider Springs. This car, however, got caught by the police when he was driving past.
Uh-huh.
So everybody was very excited to see him when he came into Raider Springs because they were their first. Lightning McQueen was the first tourist that everybody has seen
Yeah.
because Mater kills every tourist that stops by. That's why all the
See, when I think
that's
about
why all the
this-
car parts
when
are
I
in
think
there.
about this, I am an adult working on a kids film, and I'm like, yo, let's have our like funny character be a murderer.
I just want to say, there's so many.
Like that's fake,
There's
man.
so
Like
many-
SpongeBob, there's so many
Okay,
like
I was-
hidden
I
things.
knew it. Okay, there's so many of these theories that like SpongeBob is this and this, and Cars is this in reality.
The creators are
You
evil.
guys just have too much time.
Yeah, but if you think about it, okay, now
one,
listen.
Like no one thinks that while watching the movie. It's not that deep, man.
Right, but that was the Cars theory, and to show you that like what creator is thinking about this when they're making a character, Nickelodeon, SpongeBob. There's literally an episode. And I'm not gonna say exactly what, but Squidward. If you know, you know.
I
Do you know?
Yeah, I know what you're.
Do you know?
No.
He, you know,
Ah.
he
Yeah.
does the bad things. Not,
I
you
just did
know,
a bad thing.
but he sort of ends it. That's as far as I'll go. And the creators knew about this theory that was going around, and then in a later episode, like 8 years later, they teased it in the first showing
Yeah, but
of an episode.
there's a difference
and they showed, like-
between like a nod to a theory and the movie being premised off of something.
I don't
Like-
think it's premised off of it. I think it's just an idea that somebody caught and then wrapped it.
Well,
Like
that's
I
what-
just
that's
think
what I'm
that's
saying with
like a
the
creator
Cars
having
thing.
fun, you know?
With the
It's
Cars
a
thing,
nod. It's a nod to the conspiracy theory. Like, yes, we see what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's not true because as soon as they had that first showing and showing like the famous Squidward photo of his like red face and red eyes and stuff, as soon as they showed that for the first showing, they took the episode down and put up the actual family-friendly version.
Mm.
What I'm saying is with the Cars thing, like that's just people looking into it too much.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
But-
It's creepy to think about, man.
Yeah, if someone were to like, I always see these YouTube videos that are like, what if Mary Poppins was like shot differently or edited differently,
Yeah.
and it's like
Mm.
different music, like creepy music, and like a different
Change everything.
Yeah, like filter and stuff like that.
Or like Wizards of Oz.
Yeah, so if-
you see like the dwarves in the back.
Yeah.
Like
So maybe
Yeah.
if Cars was like, you know, somebody did something like that, you know, it's not. I'm not saying it's not possible, but there's no intention of that.
And
right.
They're
I've
just looking too much.
I recently watched The Good Place, which is a show on Netflix. Amazing show. You
It's a
guys
great
need to
show.
check it out. But it ends in a very peaceful, happy way. Everyone goes ends the show happy, and there's this theory out on YouTube like, oh, that's like they're being tortured. Actually, like this is all bad. Like, I don't know how you could take a happy show that's about
it's the
treating people
theorists.
good and being a good person and turn it into, oh, the writers wrote it that they're being tortured and it's evil. I can't see that logic.
I think
I
there's
love
just-
it though. It's
I
that's
think there's
crazy.
just people that want to get something out of nothing.
Right.
Like, I couldn't give you a specific example, but yeah, like let's say there's a happy ending, or let's say like, oh, you think that this family's all right or whatever in a
right.
TV show or something,
Mhm.
but then people are like, well, at this frame during this, you can see this in there, and then it's like, oh, this is not actually what it seems like. I think people
Right.
just need to, like, aren't you supposed to enjoy this thing? Like, just watch
Right,
the
yeah,
damn
just
movie.
enjoy the movie.
But the final point is like you can't tell me it's not entertaining to read these theories.
I mean, to look into it, yeah, but
think-
the people that actually
yeah.
believe them
because
and think
when
they're
you
truth.
connect those dots, if the people who are like, "Oh, this is dead set the truth. This is how they meant to write it," they're insane.
yeah,
But if you like the Cars theory, I don't believe that's actually what it is.
it's just a theory.
It's just
Again.
how they wrote it. Yo, Matt Pat, come on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I love the Cars movies. I mean, I like the first and third one. The second one's dog water.
But if you enjoyed the theory like talk, I have so much more.
Yeah.
If you
I
guys
mean,
want to hear that.
we usually end the podcast with Ryan's great talks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man's I mean, I'm glad we got to see into his mind a little bit with the dreams.
Yeah.
And
I definitely think the dreams we can further expand upon in another episode.
absolutely, but
'cause
hey,
there's a lot of stuff
This-
that we
we've
talked
we've
about.
got some time left.
Yeah.
So let's do a speed round of our favorite movies.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Ryan,
Oh,
you
God.
start. I can start though. If you want me to start, I know mine. I
Go
know
ahead.
of one. So I'm gonna say what it is and why. My favorite movie, The Hobbit. The Hobbit trilogy, made by Peter Jackson, sequel trilogy or prequel trilogy, to Lord of the Rings. Great message at the very end of the third film that has been like progressed throughout the three. I love like the fantasy Lord of the Rings kind of vibe that it has. I mean, because it's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
But I love the whole universe, the whole world. There's so much that goes into it. It's language, culture. All of this is written by a man named Tolkien, which is quite odd or crazy. I mean, but I love it. My favorite movie. That's why. Keaton, your turn.
So, I think, well, my favorite movie is The Truman Show.
I
Truman
knew
Show,
this.
starring Jim Carrey. Jim
I
Carrey
watched
is-
that for the first time on his birthday party.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
was-
that was
should go
fun
check out
time.
that video
Check
as
that
well.
video. I threw him a surprise birthday party.
Um,
Man's had no clue.
Jim Carrey is my favorite actor. Truman Show, I think, is a really good movie. It's entertaining. The first time you watch it, it's very surprising, different aspects. But what I really like about it is the more you watch it, the more you learn. And it's not just like little like Easter eggs almost, but the
It's
more
like how they act.
yeah, like the more you pick up on things and the more you understand the premise of it. There's
Mhm.
a really good video on YouTube that breaks down Truman Show.
Okay.
Which if you just look up like the Truman Show explained or something around that line, you'll
Right.
probably find the video.
Okay.
And it's a really good watch. But yeah, I would say that's probably my favorite. One of my favorite things, which maybe we could talk about in a different podcast
Okay.
episode, is I really like Band of Brothers.
Me too.
That is very
Never seen it.
good,
Great show.
episodic
I got it for his birthday.
guess
Go
you could
go to his
say
house and watch it. It's a mini
episodic
series.
miniseries.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. That's really good too. So
I love movies that base their movie off of real events.
Okay.
Like,
true stories.
Band of Brothers.
right. So specifically The Conjuring.
Oh boy.
I love horror movies.
Did you see the new one?
Yes, that's what I'm basing this off of. They have like a story where I think it's called The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It,
Mm-hmm. That's a new one.
where they had not to ruin the whole thing,
boy.
little boy gets possessed.
We're summoning the devil.
And
tonight,
yeah,
apparently.
little boy gets possessed. His brother takes the possession. Nobody knows about it for a long time. He kills someone.
Oh
whatever.
heavens.
And then
Oh,
sort
jeez.
of towards
God.
the
Timmy.
end, towards the end of the video,
What happened?
towards the end of the movie, everything unfolds. Good things happen, bad things happen. But towards the like credit scene, they actually play like the recording of the possession, like in real life happening.
Oh.
So it's just like pitch black silence. The credits are rolling, and then all of a sudden you just hear like, may God be with you. Just like get out of this kid's body. Like that's the only thing you're hearing, and I got the chills.
I'm
just
getting
talking
chills
about
right
it.
now, man.
And
I'm
it's-
getting chills right now.
It's such a good series, The Conjuring.
That's
It is-
creepy and scary. All the
Dude,
above. I have it
you
right
see
now.
this?
I feel like I'm about to get to bed possessed.
Oh my God,
Are we okay? I'm scared. I want to go home.
you are home.
Dreams in my own house. No.
Oh, I woke up.
This podcast has gone full circle.
Oh jeez.
Well, hey, everyone, we appreciate you guys being here today. Thank you so much for listening to our third installation of the Catch a Glimpse podcast. If you've not seen the first two episodes, go check those out. You get to learn about us, meet a very special guest in the last week's episode. We have more guests lined up very soon.
Yep.
If you know, you know.
Look out for the next episode, for sure.
Huge.
It's true.
Huge.
Banger.
Going to be very exciting. Check out our video last Wednesday and be sure to be on the lookout for all of our weekly Wednesday content. If you guys did
Yep.
enjoy the content we gave you to today, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on Spotify, iTunes, drop us a review. Follow us on there to be getting all notifications.
Yeah.
Check out
that
our
we are
link
posting.
tree. That's the easiest way to find
Yes,
all the
please.
links for all of these socials.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter.
Make sure to comment. We want to hear your
We
comments.
wanna hear
wanna
your input.
respond to those.
And be sure to check out our website in the near future. We're changing it up vastly.
Yes.
Oh,
It's going to be pretty much a relaunch for our website, but it's going to be super cool. So much more content will be on there to look at and we've got a big plan coming up for the summer that you want to look to our
Stay
website to sign up for. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. See you guys in the next installation of the podcast. Have a great day. Goodbye.